Welcome to another exciting episode of the Successful Business Lounge, where we bring you success stories of entrepreneurs who have gone through a lot but are still thriving in business. This is also where we tell you business without the jargons. Thanks for joining us once again. I am Chana Ejaga. Today on the program, we have a very interesting personality who is here to tell us about her own experience. But before we continue, we'll take a short break and be back. Stay with us. Welcome back. Today on the program we have Mrs Ifeoluwapo Egweni, who is the founder of Amare Empire Limited, a growing lifestyle and beverage company that produces fruity fusions of Zobo drinks with traditional herbs and other fruit fusions. She is also a procurement professional and a registered estate surveyor and valuer. It's good to have you on the program.
Mrs Egweni Ifeoluwapo. I'm married with 3 kids. I am a registered estate surveyor and valuer, and also a civil servant working with the federal government as a procurement officer. I'm actually an assistant chief procurement officer, presently working with presidential initiative for natural compressed gas.
Okay, so when did the light flicker and you say, oh, I'm going to let this burn and become something big?
My journey, awareness and passion for the drink. My big mommy back in the days, Mrs Adegoke, told my dad back then that she wasn't happy about us living a very unhealthy lifestyle, fizzy drinks, going to Transcorp and all the large eateries back in the days for birthday celebrations. So she told him that she wanted to go to the market and make something local and traditional, and we should stay at home to have our birthday celebrations. So she bought the Zobo leaf, Foster Clark and sugar, and made an excellent drink out of it, and we enjoyed it, and that taste stuck to me from when I was very young. And when I grew up in 2016, I just spoke to myself and I was like, what can I do to make extra income for the family? I have this zeal to sell things. So I went to the market. I also purchased the Zobo hibiscus drink leaf and made the Zobo drink, and I started to sell it for 100 naira back then in 2016. Wow. And people bought it from me. And I was like, okay, so this can actually turn out to be something great. So back in 2021, I decided to go like all out. Yes. Wow. I spoke to my parents about it, and my dad and mom really supported me and gave me their boys' quarters to start the business. Wow. Zobo brand from that. Okay. And I just thought about giving people an LT beverage to take on a daily basis. It was always about the Coke, Maltina and all that. I wanted something healthy that my customers could experience, and it would also bring monetary value to me and people around me.
Okay. Personally, what were just challenges?
Initially, a lot of I have colleagues that will tell me, oh, you're a procurement officer. What is a procurement officer doing selling Zobo? And I'm like, no, it's not about being a procurement officer. It's about the passion for creating something meaningful, sustainable, and impactful. I always want to solve a problem in people's lives. And I looked at some of my family members and friends where they were going through health challenges. If a friend of mine, may his soul rest in peace, has passed on now, but he was going through the heart challenge issue. So he reached out to me and pleaded that, can you help me make a batch of Zobo that was purely healthy. He pleaded I use the seaway water, dates, zobo leaf, ginger, spices like cloves, cinnamon, fennel seed. I should infuse everything together with fruits and package it up and deliver to him. That he wanted to stop drinking alcohol and fizzy drinks. So I had to do that for an extended period of time, and it really impacted his health. His BP came down. Just few months later, he came down with the COVID thing, that COVID period, and God saw him through. He came out from the COVID center in Gwagwalada, and he kept purchasing till he passed. And that really gave me the nudge to keep helping people, like my colleagues. Some of them are down with BP issues, and hibiscus drink helps lower the BP. So I've always had to push every day to make sure I get my drink out there to help my customers and friends.
How did you now have to how do you deal with difficult customers? Because there are some customers who just look as if it's impossible to please them. So have you ever encountered such customers, and if you have, how were you able to handle?
I try to put myself in their shoes. I try to listen to what they have to say. Take whatever complaints or criticism, take it to heart and prefer solutions to it. It's not all about profit for me. It's all about impact, the experience, and I try to just make sure my customer is satisfied. Okay, what's the problem? How can I help? Sometimes I've had to send extra bottles to a customer just to appease them. Okay, I don't like the unsweetened, I wanted the sweetened. Okay, you can have like extra bottles. Or no, I want dates, I don't want sugar. Okay, we're going to help you make dates. So all my customers are valuable customers. So I just need to handle them, even with professionalism. I can't get angry at them. No, I can't speak ill of my customers. I just need to handle everyone the way they come to me. Yes.
Like they say, most times people get overwhelmed with their jobs, that it affects their passion or things that they want to do on the side. So how do you balance it up?
I do a 9 to 5 job. Evenings, I push out my products. Or for days that I have productions, I try to speak to my spouse about it. I would be busy the entire day. Productions are usually from morning till evening with my production team, who are very, very great and supporting. I've had like 4 or 5 of them run things with me from 2021 till date.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, the profit is not that great, but they stuck by me through it all. My mom is also a very great support system to me. So I usually use maybe Saturdays sometimes to run the entire production, and we freeze. The shelf life of the Zobo businesses is very short. Things can go really bad. So I usually just invest in deep freezers and I freeze them. So, and you also have to use sometimes preservatives to keep them fresh. But I try as much as possible to get them out as soon as possible to make a fresh batch. And Mr. Steve Ogidon has really been very supportive. He's always recommending me to the church. I've actually had to supply the church large batch of like maybe 1,200 bottles for occasions. Yes, referrals. And from that, a lot of people were calling. The president of Nahivs, Mr. Kunle Alunge, has actually had to get me to bring in some bottles for inductions, conference parties and dinners. Yes, he has been very, very supportive. Friends and colleagues, a lot of them are always calling. I have loyal customers.
That's very good to know. That's very good to know. Okay. talking about workers, how are you able to deal with your workers administratively? Because some of the challenges that some entrepreneurs have is having loyal workers. Like you said, some have stuck with you from there till now. So how are you able to deal with those who were not either good at the job, or who were not consistent, or will keep on bringing excuses, or how are you able to deal with that kind of dynamics with workers?
I say my business, I didn't start with structure. I just had to make use of whatever I could find. The first person I started with taught me the business. Rukayat Are. She taught me the business, and she had to leave because she got pregnant. Then I got in an auntie, Mrs. I call her Yasoke, and with some other young guys that usually work with me. But I tried to put my feet down on rules and regulations for the business in terms of quality of ingredients and cleanliness when producing. Sometimes they're like, oh no, we are tired. And no, you stick to the rules. There are rules. You have to wash the Zobo leaf before preparations. You have to wash the ginger properly. You need to do this and follow the procedures, the NAFDAC procedures for quality control. So, and also for lateness to work, putting your all into the business. It has not been easy. A lot of people can work with you but might not buy into what you do. I've had to lay off some persons when I figured out they weren't buying into the business, and it was all about immediate gratification. And when I saw that, I had to let go and stick with the ones that were willing to work with me through it all. So it's just standing by my standards and my rules.
And what do you see Amare Empire to be in the next few years? Let's say 5 years.
Okay, starting off, I started with nothing, like my salary, from starting from the kitchen to buying pots, gas burners, with my salary, no loan at all, from scratch. Husband supporting, parents supporting, having to put back the profit from events, wedding events, back into the business in purchasing cups, ingredients every time, to having some funds left to be able to invest in mutual funds right now. It's been a learning curve for me. It has taught me resilience. It has taught me perseverance, patience, adaptability, being able to adapt. There are days I don't even want to get up to do anything. There are days I struggle. I have work. I have family. There are days I have finished production 10:30 in the night and I still have to get back home and make dinner for my family. There are days I have serious misunderstanding with my husband, him saying, I don't understand why you would have to stay this long doing production and coming back late. And I'm like, I just have to, because I have customers calling. I want this, I want so amount of bottles. I can't afford to step down and disappoint my customers. So I have had to learn and relearn. I had to take a class for 2 weeks with Red Rush. She's in Lagos. I had to pay to learn some tricks in preserving my Zobo, the shelf life, in having to add new flavors. I've had to take that lecture to be able to improve on the quality of my Zobo. So it's been a very, very bittersweet experience for me, but God has been faithful. Through it all, He has helped. He has projected me. He has brought kingdom helpers my way. People like Dr. Steve Ogidon. The church has been extremely supportive. My parents have been my greatest support system. It has just been awesome, and I would not trade this for anything. I won't.
What would you have done differently?
If I had the adequate finances back then, I would have started on a big scale.
Wow.
Probably a factory that would bottle, create the bottles, mix, cook, do everything for me. I would have
having to go through this route.
Right now we are having to do it the manual way and all that. But if I had things differently, I would have started big, and all the necessary standardizations for the business would have been taken care of. I would have maybe gone to a bigger school that would teach for pricing, how to make things work well. But now I've had to do trial and error, and but God has been faithful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what would be your, rounding off now, what would be your advice to people who have this passion of wanting to live healthy, eat healthy, and they want to start this kind of business? What would be your advice to them?
Start small, but think big. The more I keep pushing at it, the more I'm resilient, the more I'm being encouraged by my customers that call in every day to say, I want one more bottle. I keep pushing. So just start small and think big. Amari Fruity Fusion Zobo is not stopping here. We are projecting to the world very soon. We want it going global. We want it being international. We are working on bottling our products properly, and Dr. Steve Ogidon has also suggested, why not turn this into a tea company? A tea brand. I'm also working on that. I am also hoping that very soon, apart from the few people that I am employing or working, I'll be able to impact in the life of more persons in terms of employment, and also spread this locally made drink to the world, like national heritage. People knowing that you can also drink something from Nigeria that is healthy
and internationally recognized.
But I think the major part of the point that I would like to bring out is I want to produce a healthy brand, a healthy beverage brand that will be known worldwide, that would impact the health of people generally.
And your journey so far, and we could only wish you the best. And we know that the sky is just the beginning, it's not the limits for you. Thank you for coming on the program.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So you've had it all. You need to be resilient, you need to be persistent, and you have to keep going. And this is all we can have on Successful Business Lounge today. Until we come your way again, I am China Ejaga. Take care.